was born in the river one day, washed me clean and cold. Oh Lord, I won't come home till the river runs dry my hand. I was born in the mountain air, it shook me to its peaks. Oh Lord, I won't come home till the mountains had its say.
War wounds more than just the physical. War wounds the mind, the body, the heart, and the soul. If you're not addressing all four of those things, you're never going to get to ultimate wellness and health. Right now, the only people in the world who have access to that level of care are Magnus veterans and their families. We've got the building, we've got the personnel, and we're delivering services, and we are seeing results. I'm Lieutenant Colonel retired Shawn Alderman. I spent 31 years in the Army. Enlisted back in 1988, first as an airborne infantryman, and following that became a Special Forces soldier, and they told me I was going to be a medic. That's where I fell in love with medicine. I served as a medic on Special Forces Operational Detachment Alpha, or ODA 591. That was my first combat deployment, which was 1993 to Mogadishu, Somalia. After I finished residency as a family medicine doctor, immediately joined 1st Special Forces Group and was deployed to the southern Philippines. And then that was my first Afghanistan deployment in 2010. And that was a hard deployment. We lost several Green Berets while I was there. I was very close with the people that we had there that were either wounded in action or even killed in action. In 2015, I went back to Special Forces as a group surgeon for 5th Special Forces Group. And during my time there, most of my deployments were related to the fight against ISIS in Syria. After about 12 years of war, it was really taking its toll on our Special Forces soldiers and their families. We had guys with horrible PTSD, we had guys with amputations, seen and unseen wounds of war. We had families that were on the verge of imploding from the constant deployment of their spouse. And that was really taking its toll on our operators and our families. Special Operations Command created this thing called the Preservation of the Force and Family, which was this novel approach to taking care of the soldier, which really looked at mind, body, heart, and spirit, as opposed to what we traditionally did, which was physical. You need to move faster, you need to carry heavier loads, you need to shoot straighter. And me, as the group surgeon of 5th Special Forces Group, I was tasked with standing that concept up for us. And I did. First started with the personnel. My commander gave me about 49 people that worked underneath me. These were all subject matter experts that related to mind, body, heart, and spirit, and we became a one-stop shop for health and performance, taking care of our operators. And long story short, I saw it work. I saw it take operators with horrible PTSD, and we redeployed them again, which is unheard of. And even more importantly, I saw families come back together again, as we really started to focus not just on the soldier, but also their family members as well. I knew I wanted to repurpose that on the veteran side of things. Our veterans, they've been kicking the can down the road for many, many years, and they ultimately get to a point where the can goes over the cliff and they're faced with two choices: follow the can or get help. Well, those that are choosing to get help are going to the VA and saying, I'm ready. And the VA is saying, we've got you. Next available is in about 3 to 6 months. And the veteran's saying, well, that's just too long. And then the person on the phone or behind the desk whispers, well, have you heard about this place called Magnus? At the Magnus Veterans Foundation, our care model centers around our 5 pillars. So essentially, these are subject matter experts that work within the realms of medical, physical, spiritual, social, and psychological, all working together to develop a collaborative plan to treat that patient and get them to that level of performance that they desire. We take care of the whole family. Our patient population runs from cradle to grave. They get access to the medical side of things, our psychologists, our social workers, mental health, and then our physical therapists and strength coaches and nutritionists, our chaplains, and our many, many volunteers. We provide primary care coverage for veterans who have no access to care and supplemental coverage to veterans with access.
Everything we do here isn't by accident. It's patterned after an active duty program.
We're seeing PTSD being treated. We're seeing folks with the physical wounds of war rise to the levels of performance that they want to reach, and families that literally were falling apart coming back together and being stronger than they ever have before.
My wife and I both have seen what happens to families. We've seen the divorce rates. We've seen how it tears apart families, how it leads to alcoholism or PTSD or stress. And this is a place where we try to heal those wounds.
Well, I came home and I felt like I couldn't ride a motorcycle fast enough. I couldn't drink enough. I could not stay out of a bar fight. I guess looking back at it right now, man, I probably was a pretty sad case coming here kind of hat in hand, you know, finding that courage to ask for some help. Doc Alderman assured me that I was right where I needed to be when I came here.
We're committed to a mission not only to provide free medical and wellness care through, credentialed and qualified providers, but that we bring together the whole community of veterans.
Magnus is a very special place for us because of the peaceful grounds, because of the chance to meet with people who maybe don't know our story or can relate to our story, but they can come pretty close.
I wear this hat to find my tribe, I say, to find people who'd served in the military.
We get to talk with people that are like us.
It's a group that's experienced a lot of similar things.
Without places like this, veterans don't really have a solitude where they get to meet with other people who can, at least to some extent, understand their journeys.
As soon as you pull into the driveway out here, there's just a sense of relief. Everyone out here, sorry, I'm trying to compose. Everyone out here cares.
When I first came here, it was just the first time in a long time that I'd been able just to breathe and feel safe.
I come to guitar night, do yoga sometimes when I'm able to fit that in. I've been out for pickleball, different weekly activities, so there's a pretty good active group of individuals who have shared experience coming together on a regular basis.
You're able to come and see a chiropractor. You're able to come and do acupuncture. You're able to come and talk through therapy with somebody or get physical therapy or doctor's appointments or whatever you need here.
Being a Christian, that's meant a lot to both my wife and I, to be able to share that side of our experience as well as the military experience.
Magnus Veterans Foundation gave me a sense of peace in absolute chaos when we didn't know how we could continue forward and realize there was this whole community ready to just help us.
I can't explain how much of my heart is in this place, and not only for what they've done for me, but with my children too. Like, my son loves to come out here and just fish on the pond, and then my oldest, Magnus, actually I credit them with saving her life. We're here a year later and she's a completely different kid.
Since I've been coming to Magnus, my family has noticed a drastic change in me, that I'm closer to that version of dad and husband that I have been for all these decades.
I went out to the road on the east side of our property. There's an old tree down there. Half of it was dead and half of it was alive. To me, it just symbolized our veterans. Part of them is hurting and part of them still alive. I looked around, I said, I know exactly what this place can be. It's been the most healing and serene space in my life. We can do exactly what I've been doing at Special Forces Group right here. If you go down there today, you'll see that the dead part has fallen away from that tree, and the only thing that's left is the alive. I just think that's a great metaphor for what we're doing here at Magnus and really pruning away the bad parts of service and maintaining life.
I was born in the earth by hand, plucked out like a fruit. And oh Lord, I won't come home till the seed becomes a tree.
Everybody who's involved in the tribe, if you will, of wrapping their arms around our veterans and saying, you served us, now it's our turn to serve you. That takes thank you for your service to that next level.
There's a lot that the VA doesn't do. They're our partner, we love the VA, but they can't do everything for every veteran. Other agencies, nonprofits, individuals have to step in and fill the gaps.
No amount of money can replace what Magnus has done.
My wife probably every week says 2 or 3 times, boy, I sure am glad we found Magnus.
Not only did Magnus save my life, but it changed the trajectory of my life. I am transformed because of this place. My heart's just open.
We need the help of our tribe, of our community, in order to invite more of those patients through our doors.
Join us here at Magnus so that you can help other veterans like myself, my husband, and our kids.
Magnus is not a person. It's not even a place. It's a movement.
Oh Lord, I won't come home till the river runs dry, my friend.